All right, Changemakers, we are back. We're here with, I want to make sure I say it right. Is it Rhonika Thomas?
Yes, I just go by Dr. Rowe though, because a lot of people don't know how to pronounce my first name correctly.
So how did you come up with the nickname Dr. Rowe?
It was just the first three letters of my name. It was catchy, and everybody seemed to, get it and love it. So it's just kind of stuck with me over the years.
Fantastic. Well, you're down in Florida right now, but you're from St. Louis. And we received a lot of nominations for you as a change maker. And just in talking with you initially to find out what it was that you do and how it came about, it was easy to see why they thought you would be a perfect inaugural change maker for ReVitalize for the class of 2021. So can you tell us a little bit about your background, what you do?
Sure. So I am a nonprofit expert and change maker within the nonprofit sector. I started with nonprofits like 14 years ago, and it's unbelievable how fast time really flies. But most people say when you're doing something that you love, it's really not even work. It's just getting up and, having a certain passion and a love for what you do, and you're devoted to it. So I've been definitely devoted to making the change that I want to see. Um, Over the last year, even though it was a pandemic, I was able to start something that has literally took off beyond my biggest dreams, and it's helped thousands. And when I say thousands, I'm not even exaggerating. Thousands upon thousands of people within the nonprofit sector. I started the National Nonprofit Minority Association, which is a 501c3 nonprofit, and also Blacks and Nonprofits, which is an amazing platform for people of color from all over the world to get connected. And it's grown from literally a couple of hundred people that said, "Yay, Dr. Rowe, I'm with you. I feel what you're trying to do. I'm behind your vision," to now reaching over 22,000 Black-led nonprofits from all across the world.
22,000. Is that what you said?
Yeah. We literally just crossed the 22,000 member mark yesterday. So it was a big celebration. We celebrate all of our small milestones, and small meaning every time we reach another 1,000 people, because that means that there's another 1,000 people that are connected to awesome resources, tips, and tools that they can use to help grow their nonprofit and feel connected to people that look like them.
Well, when you actually get some real numbers, call me back. 22,000. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's really, really unheard of. And you started during the pandemic, right?
Yes, correct. And it was kind of scary stepping out on faith and actually having my own business where this is my 9 to 5. This is what I do every single day when I wake up. And it's such a blessing to be a blessing to so many people. And just that vision that I had to be able to, bring people together for networking opportunities, for opportunities to learn, the correct way to start their nonprofits and not have to stress or, feel discouraged because they don't have a good support system. So that's really what it's all about, is being that support system, that connection, that gap between nonprofits.
Wow. What so this is an opportunity for a shameless plug. I promise I'll make up your time on this. But one of the things that ReVitalize is doing, I think really very closely aligns with your mission. And our focus as an organization, as a nonprofit, is communities and unity. And it's bringing people together for collective good, sharing the stories of those doing well or doing good in their community already. So it'd be really neat to connect with you offline and just see what organizations you have in each of our chapters all around the world. I'm assuming you're international now, or are you just United States?
No, it's actually international as well. We have people in Australia, to Africa, to Switzerland. It's in the United Kingdom, to Asia, China.
Wow.
So it's definitely, like when I said expanded, it's just been super crazy. But our whole motto, and mine personally as well, is to walk in love. And that simply means that we love our neighbors, no matter what color you are. We just simply have that love in our heart that we actually want to genuinely see you succeed. And then the second one is to operate with integrity. And integrity goes such a long way, especially when you're in the nonprofit sector, when people are giving you money
For
and
sure.
they're relying on you to do exactly what you said you're going to do with money that's, gifted to you. So that's a huge one. And then the last one is simply we respect each other. We've all heard that saying where you say, to get respect, you have to give respect.
Give
Well,
respect.
it's a two-way street. So we expect everyone to come into the platform, come into Blacks and Nonprofits, come into NNMA with the expectation that we're going to respect you right off the bat. And we expect that you respect everyone's opinions and where they're coming from. Not everyone came from a solid background. We all have
Sure.
different walks of life and struggles that we struggle with privately or sometimes in public, but we can all love each other, respect each other, and do things with integrity. And that's what makes the platform work so well. Is because people come in with the right mindset, and we've developed such a strong culture that everyone comes in and they feel like they're actually a part of the family.
Okay. I think one of the things that's really, I guess, telling in today's society and commendable to you is that the basics that we should all be able to expect and be granted and be given is something that you have to put into the core mission of your organization, because it just isn't always there, right? Respecting one another isn't always there. Looking at someone for what talent they bring to the table and not anything else is not always commonplace. So commendable piece of your business. I want to step back for a second. And I found that everybody that gets involved with something gets involved for some reason. So why did you get involved with nonprofit work? What was the trigger or the catalyst or the life event that caused that for you?
I would say my whole life in general. Ever since I was a little bitty girl, my mom always told me that I love giving back and love helping and just love being a blessing to other people. So I've kind of taken that whole philosophy and applied it to life in general. When you're a blessing to others, God turns right around and blesses you. So I believe that to my core. So every single time I have an opportunity to be a blessing to someone, whether it's in my own business or blessing somebody else's in theirs, I feel obligated to do so. So nonprofit work just seemed to be a good fit for me. I'm a counselor by trade, and in that spirit, you help people all the time. You're listening to people's problems and concerns and providing solutions or opportunities for them to improve. And so when I had an opportunity to step up and do something in my community, I started my first organization called Share My Kicks Foundation. And that grew in St. Louis so much so that I had like shoes for days, blessing others. It took me over to Africa. We were able to provide 50,000 books and create a library over in Nigeria, renovated. And that work, it just doesn't stop. If you're a giver, it tends to stay with you. So I like to say it's just
Sure.
stuck with me, and it's just grown to be a huge passion of mine. So not a particular story or like a life event. It's just something that's embedded in me.
That's great. And that is the story, right? That some people just have that drive to do for others. And that, again, it's telling about who you are. I'm really excited to have you on Changemakers. And I understand now why so many people nominated you. A couple of questions for you.
Okay.
As you were putting this together in the midst of a pandemic, what challenges did you encounter? I imagine you probably had some obstacles thrown your way.
Yeah, so starting a business in a pandemic, I believe there's so many different challenges that one goes through because you're at home and you have to be able to reach people virtually, which is something that I've always been able to do. So it wasn't really a hiccup that I had to overcome, but that was the only way because in-person things was like completely shut down. So I definitely had to step up my online presence and really get the vision out from doing Facebook Lives to just calling and talking to people, sending text messages loud like, hey guys, this is something that I'm doing. Do you want to be a part? I definitely utilize Facebook inbox because I'm more of a personal person. I
Right.
can't ask you to support something if you've never heard of me. You don't know what I'm trying to do. You don't have any backdrop. So I personally reached out to people, sent inbox messages and said, hey, I'm Dr. Rowe. This is what I'm trying to do. And would you like to be a part of it? So I took a personalized approach. And in that, the challenging parts, I would definitely say, is the time consuming part. I don't know anybody that's willing to inbox over 10,000 people unless you're severely driven and really believe in your mission and what God has, placed in your heart to do. And that was be me. I definitely believe that this is my purpose in life. I definitely believe I'm walking in my calling. And it definitely shows by how many people that are positively affected by, that one single yes I had to do what God placed on my heart to do. So that would be the only challenging part is the time. You have to put in time to get the results that you want. So I was very much committed to it. Stayed up all night, did long days, and just really gave 100% to this whole project that I've been doing.
I'm surprised you didn't get thrown in Facebook jail for 10,000 inbox messages.
Oh, no, you have to do it in segments. And
Gotcha.
I work closely with Facebook. I'm one of their global leaders. So they definitely are behind the work that I'm doing and definitely are in full support. And they saw the need
That's great.
was there as well. So it's just been a true blessing.
And 22,000 nonprofits and individuals have been impacted as a result. So amazing work. We're going a little bit over on time here, but I want to give you the last two pieces. The first one is, what advice would you have for those that are looking to get started, maybe don't have an idea of where to go? How would they just get involved with making a difference in someone's life, making an impact with someone?
The biggest thing that I would always tell everyone is to be authentic, be yourself. When you're yourself, you discover so many amazing gifts and talents that you have inside of you that sometimes you don't know you possess until someone great comes along and recognizes it and identifies it in you. That someone great came along when I was back in high school and identified the leader in me, identified the positive traits that I had, and I was able to bring those out and now exemplify them to high levels where other people are able to recognize and see them and get, behind me or support, the efforts that I'm doing. So if I was trying to be somebody else or to try to make somebody else's vision happen that wasn't mine, then it wouldn't work out in the way that it's working out right now. So definitely have to have ambition, have drive, and be relentless. So many people always say, what's a name or what's a character that describes you that matches your first letter? And I always struggle because mine starts with an R. So for the longest, I would say radical Rhonika. And radical is awesome, but it really didn't describe what my life has been like and so many different hoops and hurdles that I've had to come and, learn from and grow from to be the amazing person that I am today. So relentless is one that I stand proud behind because it means that you don't give up, and if you have a dream or a vision, you go after it with all you got and just step out on faith and understand that everything happens for a reason and everything happens for a season. So your time is coming. Just stay faithful and stay persistent and keep going after your dreams.
Wow. Dr. Rowe, the last piece here, how do they get in touch with you? How do they follow you? What's your website?
Yeah, so if you want to follow me, I'm at the Dr. Rowe on Instagram, on Facebook, Rhonika Thomas. You can follow the National Nonprofit Minority Association on Instagram and on Facebook. And then Blacks and Nonprofits, the same. We have an Instagram page and we also have a Facebook page and group that all you have to do is type in the search bar, Blacks and Nonprofits, and our whole platform will come up. So would love to have you follow me. You can send me an inbox. Of course, I'm going to answer them. So yeah, that's the best way.
Awesome. Well, you again exemplify what Changemakers 21 is designed to be and what it's all about. So thanks for taking some time to join us. Thanks for inspiring others to take action. And we'll be back with more Changemakers here in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.